The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is one of those books that can shift the way you see the world, and more importantly, how you live in it. At its core, the book isn't just about understanding some abstract philosophy. It's about experiencing life differently right here, right now. In the rush of everyday life, have you ever stopped to wonder if there's more to living than just going through the motions? If you've ever felt trapped by the endless cycle of worries, regrets, and what-ifs, then Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a book that just might change everything for you. It's not just another self-help book. It's a guide to experiencing life in a way that most of us rarely do, by being fully present in the here and now. So, if you're ready to explore how to break free from the chains of past and future thinking and discover the peace and power that comes with living in the present moment, let's dive into this transformative journey together. Let's dive deeper into the power of now and explore its transformative ideas. The present moment, the key to freedom. Eckhart Tolle starts by emphasizing a simple yet profound truth. The present moment is all we ever truly have. But how often do we actually live in it? Most of us spend our days caught up in a loop of past regrets and future anxieties, never really experiencing the life that's happening right now. Tolle challenges us to break this cycle by grounding ourselves in the now. Mindfulness Exercises. 1. Breath awareness. One of the simplest ways to anchor yourself in the present is to focus on your breath. Take a few moments each day to simply observe your inhalations and exhalations. This practice helps center your mind and brings you back to the here and now. 2. Body scan. Pay attention to different parts of your body, starting from your toes and moving up to your head. Notice any sensations or areas of tension without trying to change them. This practice increases body awareness and helps ground you in the present. 3. Mindful observation. Choose an object in your environment and examine it closely. Notice its colors, textures, and details. This exercise shifts your focus away from thoughts and brings your attention to the immediate experience. This isn't just about enjoying life more, though that's definitely part of it. It's about realizing that the only moment where life actually happens is this one. The past is gone. The future isn't here yet. And all we have is this moment. When you start to live in the present, you begin to experience a sense of peace and freedom that's hard to find anywhere else. Understanding the pain body. One of the book's most insightful concepts is the pain body. This is essentially the emotional baggage we all carry, the accumulation of past hurts, disappointments, and unresolved emotional wounds. According to Tolle, this pain body thrives on negative thinking. It's like a parasite that feeds on our thoughts, growing stronger every time we dwell on what's gone wrong in our lives or what could go wrong in the future. Dealing with the pain body. 1. Identifying triggers. Start by observing when you feel intense emotional reactions. These are often signs that your pain body is being triggered. By recognizing these moments, you can start to understand what's feeding your emotional pain. 2. Emotional release. When you become aware of your pain body, acknowledge it without judgment. You might find it helpful to journal your feelings or talk them through with someone you trust. This can help release the emotional charge and prevent it from escalating. 3. SelfCompassion. Practice being kind to yourself during moments of emotional pain. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling a certain way, offer yourself understanding and compassion. This shift in attitude helps in healing the pain body. The pain body is sneaky. It disguises itself as your thoughts and emotions, making it hard to recognize. But once you do become aware of it, you can start to break free from its grip. By bringing your attention back to the present moment, you can stop feeding the pain body and begin to heal. Becoming the watcher of your mind. Tolle introduces the idea of becoming the watcher of your thoughts. This means stepping back and observing your mind instead of getting caught up in its constant chatter. Imagine your thoughts are like clouds passing across the sky. You don't have to get attached to them. You can just let them drift by. How to become the watcher of your mind. 1. Thought journaling. Write down your thoughts and feelings as they come. Then, read them back and try to identify patterns or recurring themes. This practice helps you see your thoughts more objectively and recognize that you are separate from them. 2. mindful listening. When engaging in conversations, focus on truly listening to the other person without letting your mind wander. Notice how this presence in the moment changes the quality of your interactions and deepens your connection with others. 3. Pause and reflect. Throughout the day, take brief pauses to observe your mental state. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? And am I fully present? These moments of reflection can help you stay grounded in the now. This practice helps you realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. When you start to watch your thoughts rather than identify with them, you create a space between you and your mind. This space is where true peace and stillness reside. Letting go of the ego. The ego is a central theme in The Power of Now. Tolle describes the ego as the part of us that's always seeking validation from external sources, whether it's through success, material possessions, or the approval of others. The problem with the ego is that it's never satisfied. It's always chasing after something, believing that happiness lies just around the corner. But Tolle suggests that true happiness doesn't come from fulfilling the ego's desires. Instead, it comes from letting go of the ego altogether. When you stop identifying with the ego, you free yourself from its endless demands and start to experience a deeper, more lasting sense of fulfillment. How to let go of the ego. 1. Challenge ego-based thoughts. When you notice thoughts driven by ego, such as needing approval or comparing yourself to others, pause and ask yourself if these thoughts are serving your true self. Shift your focus to what genuinely matters to you, rather than ego-driven desires. 2. Gratitude practice. Regularly practice gratitude by listing things you appreciate in your life that aren't tied to external validation. This practice helps shift your focus away from ego-driven needs and towards genuine fulfillment. 3. Self-reflection. Reflect on moments when you felt a strong sense of ego and how it affected your behavior and relationships. Understanding these instances can help you recognize and minimize ego-driven reactions in the future. The power of acceptance and surrender. Another key teaching in the book is the idea of acceptance and surrender. This doesn't mean giving up on life, but rather accepting each moment as it is, without resistance. Resistance creates suffering because it puts us in conflict with reality. Acceptance, on the other hand, brings peace. When you stop fighting against what is, and instead surrender to the present moment, you find that life begins to flow more easily. This doesn't mean that challenges or difficulties will disappear, but your relationship with them changes. You begin to approach life's ups and downs with a sense of calm and equanimity. Embracing acceptance and surrender. 1. Acceptance exercises. When faced with a challenging situation, consciously practice acceptance by acknowledging the situation as it is without resistance. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, accept it as a part of your current reality instead of stressing over it. 2. Letting go ritual. Create a ritual for letting go of things you can't control. This could be writing down your worries and then physically disposing of the paper, symbolizing your release of those concerns. 3. Compassionate response. When dealing with others, practice responding with empathy and understanding, rather than reacting out of frustration or anger. This approach aligns with the idea of surrendering to the flow of interactions and accepting others as they are. Reflection. Living in the now. The Power of Now is more than just a book. It's an invitation to transform your life by changing the way you experience it. The present moment is where life happens, where we find our true selves, and where peace resides. By embracing the now, we free ourselves from the mind's endless chatter and discover a deeper, more meaningful way of living. As you reflect on these ideas, consider how often you truly live in the present. What might change in your life if you made the present moment your primary focus? This is the essence of Eckhart Tolle's message: life unfolds in the now. And by being fully present, we open ourselves up to its true beauty and power. Remember, the power of now invites us to experience life more fully and peacefully. By integrating these practices and concepts into your routine, you can start to notice profound shifts in how you engage with the world and yourself. Thanks for joining in.